What's up, YouTube? It's your boys back in the building again. I'm here with the killers. Don't test us. We will show you. We can show you better than we can tell you. We're probably about to kill each other a little bit here. We've been going hard all week long. It's all gloves off. Say what you gotta say. We going an hour plus. This is how it is in real life. Party Chat Podcast. What is up, fellas? How was the week? What did you think
Uh-huh.
about the mini cast? The mini cast shows? Talk to me. Who wants to go
The
first?
the mini what?
I call them mini cast. Mini
Oh yeah,
cast.
the mini cast is dope.
You enjoyed yourself
Yeah, yeah,
when you
yeah.
went in the hookah bar with Stanky Leg playing in the background.
Uh-oh.
What? How you been drinking? Have you been
Yeah,
drinking
He's
this
had
long
one.
time?
He had one.
fajitas,
Oh
tac-
man.
fajita tacos. My bad, coach. Fajita tacos, chicken, and adult beverages. This is how we get down. This is an adult gaming show for adults.
And I here
Hit
I
the
am
like
with some
button. It's
sausages
going
and a
down tonight.
pack of noodles.
Yo, is that why you so long? Is that why you super long today? Is it because you had an adult beverage?
I have an adult beverage. I've been holding the Super Saiyan back all week long, and now it's
Yeah.
time to go Super Saiyan. What are you
Yeah.
saying, Tim Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay.
Talk to me. What you been playing? Coach,
Uh,
can you shake the glass up? Let the people hit a glass if you got
Well,
one. Oh, you got the cup on them.
you
Wingstop
got
cup. Oh
this.
man.
I thought you had an adult beverage.
I had a little cup from a restaurant that I had my beverage in.
Oh
Uh,
man.
well, talk to
Yeah.
me, gentlemen. Tim Wayne, go ahead. Man. How you feeling? Outside of being in the hookah bar last night and, or the other night and having Stanky Leg come through and blowing smoke like you switch beats all up in the camera. What's good?
Yeah.
Hey man, listen. I do enjoy hookah. It is a nice stress reliever, and you know,
Guess
I
what?
really,
Guess what else is video games? Somebody
yeah,
once told me
which,
that. Somebody, and I'm quoting. This is not coming from me. But Tim Wayne don't play video games.
Uh.
oh shit. Okay, so why are we going here? Why are we doing this?
I'm
Why?
unleashing the beast today. The people are gonna get the real podcast today.
Oh my
You don't
god.
play no video games, Tim Wayne. You was in the
Still
hookah bar
don't
last night.
smoking that hookah.
I was, and Be Weezy, I should have invited you when you was down here, but that's
Oh,
neither.
how many times you went to the hookah bar while I was down there?
Uh,
See,
I go
don't
there
if you got to do
frequently.
all of that,
Uh,
see, see,
I go there frequently.
Hey man,
Anyway,
man.
don't
anyway,
avoid my question. Address it head on. I was in quotation marks. I need you to address that. Did you play some video games this week or not?
I did play video games this week. I am currently looking at this Telltale sale that's going on right now.
Hmm.
It's looking pretty nice.
Hmm.
So I think I might pull the plug and buy a couple of things. Tales from the Borderlands is looking real nice. It's $4.50 for the first season.
Is that on Nintendo Switch or what
Okay,
platform,
so
sir?
here we go. Here we go, dog. You really. I don't know if
I'm
I
just
can handle this,
simply asking a
dog.
question. I just asked one question before we move on to somebody else, right? That's it.
Listen. All that hate, all that hate in your heart that you got for that Nintendo Switch, man. You need to bury that, dog.
Okay,
You know
hookah
what I'm
guy.
saying?
Coach,
You acting like a stupid child right now.
Listen, Linda.
what's good, baby?
Man, it's all good. You heard that? Did you hear that?
Yes,
Oh
sir.
shit.
It's a Friday night. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it. Everything good, man. We up here, in the north part of the boot.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
you know. But
Oh,
Did you have
disappointingly, I ain't really gamed since I've been back.
It's all
But
good. You had to fight through the tropical storm.
had to fight through the tropical storm, you know,
had some
watching the
appointments.
draft, had an appointment or two,
Yeah.
but was watching Agents of the Shield. If I'm a geek out on anything other than the game, it's gonna be that Marvel stuff.
I feel you on that. I saw an article saying does Netflix have too much content, and it had Luke Cage and Daredevil and Jessica Jones on the front of an article. I just didn't even click on it because that's just blasphemy. You can never have too much.
They
Never
sound
too
like
much.
some motherfucking haters right now,
Cause
bro.
as soon as I finish this Agents of the Shield, which I'm in season 5, episode 4, it's 22 episodes. I'm going straight to the next.
Yes, sir. Hulk
I feel you.
Onyx hashtag change the gamer tag back. Fuck it. I'm not calling you Hulk Onyx no more. That's it. Black Onyx, even though his gamer tag's in the description. You will always be known as Black Onyx to us, sir.
Motherfucking right.
We'll see.
What's good besides something do? The farming game.
Stardew Valley. Damn
Stardew
it.
Valley.
It's like being on crack. I just couldn't put it down at all today. I finally reached winter. It is insane.
It's on the Switch,
Yeah.
PC.
Switch Switch, Xbox, and PC.
Oh man, because
Listen.
I was definitely in GameStop today looking at that Switch.
Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. Come on over to my place.
Yeah.
Listen, Stardew Valley though. I can't be too mad because, as you guys know, one of my younger siblings, is playing the heck out of farming simulator. I mean, every
Yeah.
time I look, he's playing that game. I'm like, bruh, what are we doing? So
He
it
trying to get
must
ready
be.
for
It
the
must be.
real zombie apocalypse.
Oh, I feel him on that one. But we preparing a different way, sir. We were preparing a different way, sir. My bad, Hawk. What else, man? Fortnite on the Switch.
Fortnite on the Switch a little bit with the kiddos.
Yeah.
Persona 5, 7 hours, 40 minutes in, and I just barely became free to roam around and spend my own time. It's insane. It's like you can see what other players are doing. Like I just noticed 66% of people went to the palace to do the mission. Basically 16% stayed in school and did some studying, and then the other percent did something else. I think find a part-time job or some shit like that. So I just
Damn, that game is that in depth?
yeah.
What game is it?
This was
Persona
Persona
5.
5.
Oh.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah,
They just won't let people stream it, which okay.
people have though.
Another
been-
another one of you guys' favorites companies won't let you stream their games either. But I'm not saying no names.
Wait. Who are you talking about? Are you referring to Nintendo?
I was sipping on my adult beverage. I'm sorry.
Like you'll find some streamers on YouTube.
Yeah, it doesn't get pulled down.
It
Doesn't
can't.
get pulled down.
I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen it yet, but
Maybe.
the late night ones,
Maybe.
they just stream it for a little bit or whatnot, and that's it.
Coach,
There it
did
is.
you almost pull the trigger today, man?
No, I was doing a little, early recon, because how that bank account set up. No, I couldn't do that today, but I was gaining some information, and like I said,
You got it. You got it. Ball out.
No, not at all. I would have been balled
Yeah,
in. You know, I would have been sitting there looking
You-
like LeVar Ball last night when LaMelo didn't get drafted.
Oh wow! I didn't even get to watch it, man.
Yeah,
That's
his son
terrible.
didn't get drafted.
So much funny stuff going on during the draft. Somebody said, "Oh, LeVar gonna go on an epic rant in the morning on ESPN."
Oh my goodness. Was he probably got humbled though.
No
But
doubt about it.
I like the man. I like him. I like what he's
Yeah,
trying to do.
yeah, but no, I
Ah,
didn't pull the trigger, man. I just wanted to gain some more information, and
uh,
was looking at the games they had to offer, and I
So you know
wasn't
what that means.
disappointed.
You know what that means, right?
What it mean?
You know what that means, legend. He already bought it with his eyes.
well,
He
he
already got it.
already confirmed that Wayne. He already said it would be beneficial for him
Okay
on the
then. So
trips.
so why
Okay,
don't you just hop on the same, just come on over, man.
I
We got
will.
plenty of space over here, cuz.
I can't
I
put it down.
will. I will, and you will buy me my first game, sir.
You're not gonna find that system for $80, bruh. That's crackhead prices.
$80 to $100. I will be sending you a picture of my receipt. Thank you very much. It's a done deal. You've been captured
You
on
can't trade all your
YouTube.
games
So
in. You can't trade all your games in to get the system.
But see, that's what I was going.
I would only have to trade maybe 4 or 5 to make it happen. But why would you do that
You don't
at
trade
this
games
current
in.
juncture?
That's what
Why
I
would
was
I do
gonna do
that
though.
at this current juncture? So, but it is what it is. So I was doing some research too. I tried to look at the top 30 Switch games, try to maybe sway my own opinion, look at it from the other side, and nah, nah. The price point
Okay.
is still. Listen,
It's too high for you, dog.
listen. Let me
Everything's
ask you
too high
this.
for
Let me ask
you.
you. No. Let me ask you this: Is Zelda a 10 out of 10 in your book?
I've never been motherfuckers gonna hate me. I don't care. They can try to fight me. But
Come on, damn that!
I've
Bring it
never,
on! Hit the like button, hit the dislike button. We don't care. Hit the subscribe, comment. Let us know how you really feel. Let's
I
go.
mean, from where I'm from, we didn't really play Zelda like that. I mean, can we just, can I, okay. I've been wanting to say this for a long time.
Hey man,
Culturally, we just don't play a lot of games that others have played.
that shit is sweet,
No
bruh.
disrespect.
Just
No
say
disrespect.
that.
No
It's
disrespect. But I do
okay.
like the Zelda. I do like the Zelda though. I give it an 8 out of 10.
It's really good, man. It's deep too, probably.
It's very, very,
Very
very,
big.
very deep game. That's what she said.
It's a
I
good
just
game.
can't. I just can't. Man, dang, I can't get into the deep games no more. I just don't have that time.
Now the Switch, you can because it just feels like even though it's in your hand, the time is there.
Yeah,
it makes time.
I feel
TJ,
you. Cause like that Assassin's Creed, like I said the other night, I just can't play another one. I love them. I just can't play another one. They just getting too long. It's like I like history, but geez Louise, you know. But hey, did we talk about I don't mean the Switch from the
No,
Switch
do your thing.
to the
I'm
PS4?
looking as we listening.
Oh man. Okay. What about it now?
Did we talk about Detroit Inhuman or Become Human yesterday the other day?
No, we did not.
Oh man. But that game looks spectacular though. And I think that's gonna get my money too.
Somebody over here, when I mentioned it, had something to say. So go ahead, speak on it as you take a gulp of your adult beverage.
Got real quiet.
That was
Hmm.
Onyx. That wasn't me. I'm waiting.
what? I'm not. I didn't do
I'm
anything.
okay. Somebody sipped, but it wasn't me. But I assume that you're referring to me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm talking to you.
You
When I
ready?
brought up Detroit Become Human, whoa, and just another thing, gamer son, if you out there, if you listening, you scoffed at the fact that I was gonna purchase Detroit Become Human as well, sir.
He
So if you
listening.
like, there is a platform for you to voice your opinion on why you think Detroit Become Human is not a good game.
He acting like he ain't listening, but he listening.
Onyx, you wanna jump in there before I
Oh
go
God.
on my rant? I'm
As
almost
far as
done
the
with this beer. I'm gonna yell at my son
Detroit,
to bring me another one.
are you
Yeah.
talking? So Detroit, I watched Captain Burt Black complete that. I also gotta say is I like the fact that after each mission, you get to see the tree with the decisions that you made, and you can see the percentage of decisions others have made.
Mhm.
But you can see the tree will branch out many different ways. It doesn't spoil anything, but then it shows you the decision that you made, and then it shows which way that went. So if you made another decision, you could have gone this entire different way. And some of those branches at the end were insanely long. So that game can change.
That's tight.
It's
I can
crazy.
get down with that. I can mess with that.
Oh,
Oh,
is it my turn?
Oh, so before TJ goes on his rant, I also want to state that I did not purchase the special edition PlayStation because soon after we talked about it, there was a leak for the PlayStation for um, the PlayStation themed what game is that? Kingdom Hearts, which I'm also thinking about purchasing Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 or whatever the jumbo pack is of like games for that. And
You
I
about to
might
get hit with the okie dokie Loki
Ooh.
if you buy that shit. All
why
right.
can't I
Sorry,
why
did
can't
I
I
say that
purchase
out loud? My bad. Go ahead.
why can't I purchase that console? It's a beautiful looking console.
How do you cook in this fucking game?
Look
Did you
sweet,
say
like
cook?
Airheads,
Yeah, you can cook. I just
like
got my.
Reese's Pieces sweet.
Mm, mm,
Listen, man.
Why you hate?
When
Why,
it comes to
what the fuck is wrong with
look,
you,
I
dog? What
I'm
like no fuck
embracing
this.
I'm embracing my title, right? What do you call me? A video game terrorist? Damn it,
I
I'm just
call
gonna
you a video
embrace it.
game terrorist all the time because that's what you
The
are,
number
bro.
one video game terrorist. I'm finna blow up some shit then. Okay. Coach,
Yeah.
Okay.
totally want to play the game. Here's the
Say
thing.
say what?
I don't. I normally don't get into the MPDs, right? We don't normally talk about that. I don't really care about your money, right? I just care that you make good games or consumer friendly. Saying that,
You got that robot.
the game that we love, that we can all agree, except for Tim Wayne because he doesn't play video games, according to a source that we know closely.
You talking about the
Um,
division?
no, I'm talking about State of Decay 2
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
for the month
with that six
for the
point.
month of
I took
May.
a picture of that and sent it to you.
For the month of May, a game that was buggy and was $30, by the way, and free to those of us who have Game Pass, outsold a $65 PlayStation exclusive called Detroit. So I say that to say this. Look, that game looks beautiful. That it has some great ideas. But there is no way I'm gonna pay $65 for that right off top. There's limited control in that game. You're just walking around playing Mass Effect without the shooting. I'm
Oh
just being
man,
real.
come on, don't do me like that, man. Because I was so
No, I'm
so
saying
excited for Andromeda.
no.
Uh,
It's a story
Listen, but
game. It's
you don't do no shooting in that game. No nothing really. Like It's just you walk, you talk, you make a decision, you might do a little moving, but it's not, that
No,
game better be good for what it's doing.
I tell
So I
you, if
say
you
that
played
to,
it, I bet I would say I almost put money down that if TJ started playing it, he would finish it. He wouldn't stop until
eight
he finished
hours.
it.
Of course, I would finish it in 8 hours.
And you'll be hooked to
That's
it too, because that story, kind
that's
of like
about
what
all. That's
kind of
about
like how you
all
said
I
with
need with
Kratos
that
and
game
God
is
of
eight
War.
hours.
I mean, we can't relate to it directly, but you'll feel it. You'll feel that story. You'll feel it.
I'm with you. I'm with you, and I'll feel it in a year when it's $9.99 in the pawn shop,
Mhm.
or or it's in the red box. I can rent it for $3 if I can find it, or I'll just wait till they sell it out of the red box and purchase it then. I prefer to have the box art, so I might wait for a pawn shop. Not saying it's not a good game. Not saying that at all. I'm just being a video game terrorist and
Yeah,
saying I'm not gonna buy it. Probably won't play it till it's $10.
Yes,
it's a
That's it, Tim
great
Wayne.
concept.
Was that was that gentle enough for you, Tim Wayne?
no.
Was that okay?
It's a great
No.
concept. Like what was it? Heavy Rain.
Same
Didn't,
developer.
didn't you
Yeah,
didn't
same
you didn't,
developer. But I
didn't you
never
play Heavy
did get. I
Rain?
never play. I never got it.
I
TJ, didn't
do
you
own
play Heavy
Heavy
Rain?
Rain. I
Okay
bought it
then.
out the pawn shop on sale. 3 games for $10
Jesus.
on PS3. You asked. I'm just telling you.
I hate
I didn't
you.
buy it on release. Well, what do you want me to say? I'm speaking facts and I'm being 100% truthful. I only buy exclusives on PlayStation because gaming is timeless, right? You just said out of your mouth just now that you're about to buy a PlayStation 4 Kingdom Hearts bundle, and it's going to include the first 2 games, and you will play that. They're tricking you because you've already played those 2 games.
No,
True or false?
I said I'm thinking about buying the bundle. It's like $20,
But
and
Oh,
I'm thinking about buying the new game that would
okay.
be included in that bundle.
Hmm. So have you not played those games before? Kingdom Hearts? I'm just out of curiosity. I'm not taking no jabs yet. I'm just
Yeah,
asking.
yes, I have played it. Why? What's
You
the
just
point?
want to play with Elsa?
No. Do you know how terrible that sounds?
I'm not hating on the game, man. I was hoping for a person like myself who hadn't played the first 2 that we would get that option on the Xbox, but we're not we're not getting that. We're not getting that option to play those first 2 games. So I'll just have to play the third one.
It's a
But you
dope
say
game.
it looks better than that Anderson High School version PlayStation Pro?
Oh yeah, by far. It's black. It's got it's dope. It's dope.
And you're going
Man,
to trade in your current PlayStation?
Yes, it's time.
Is it the original?
Yes,
It's
it
probably
is.
in great condition. Cause
Pristine condition.
we
$80.
know we know. Is it really Onyx?
I don't know. I just said it. That's your name.
It
oh,
probably is with they dog ass trying to give me $12
oh,
for No Man's Sky
hey,
2 weeks
why,
after it comes out.
why y'all tripping? When I was in GameStop today, I heard the most unsettling thing. This girl was trying to trade in her Xbox, and they told her that she owed them money.
No, no, the
essentially,
regular Xbox.
essentially, she tried to turn in an Xbox 360, and I guess she wanted the cash, and they said, "Oh, you're not gonna get no cash back because the refurbishing fee go take that out. I mean, you can get some store credit, but it ain't gonna be much." I said, "Damn, she might as well owe."
That was
Oh
one of the.
man,
That's probably the greatest console to ever exist.
the 360.
Um,
Woo!
yeah. Did anybody
Some
else
people,
get this Outer Wilds code for
I
watching
I did.
off show?
Yeah, I did a few days ago.
I have
No,
no idea
I
what's
found it on
going
my
on here.
system, but I haven't pushed play
I
yet.
Is it
just
is
signed
supposed to
into my Mixer.
be? Hmm, I'm looking at it. It just came through not too long ago.
If you look at your games and apps, it's gonna say that you pre-ordered that game. I deleted it because I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, woo! My bad. I gotta get another adult beverage, but
I
So
thought I
I'm
had
watching
too
um,
many
this.
mimosas and ended up buying it.
I'm watching this stream of Detroit, and all they've done is just walk around a police station and press buttons.
Because it's a story. It's like a movie. You're watching a movie, but you're interacting with it.
Hmm.
it looks good, man. I'm gonna get it eventually, but not at full price. I want it, but I can't see it at full price. That's probably the last. Well, no, that won't be the last hit for PlayStation. Spider-Man won all these awards at E3, and there's a lot of hype behind that game.
Yeah.
But after
Super hot.
Spider-Man, I really don't. I'm not seeing anything. Tim Onyx, y'all seen anything on the PlayStation exclusives being released? Why the hell do we need to keep the PlayStation 4? All those games they showed at PlayStation 5. Talk to me.
For Persona.
Nothing? Okay, cool. That's the same thought I had. Okay, yeah. You are starting to pique my interest. I forgot about Days Gone. There's one reason. Another reason I decided to keep
Yeah.
my PlayStation.
Man,
But
what
they
was
didn't
that
show
game?
And
That was
Last of
anything
Us
everywhere.
2.
on that game at all.
Last of Us 2.
Well, according to
Yeah.
TJ, there's rumors stating that that game was showed on a PS5, correct?
What, Last of Us 2
The game was
was?
what?
Yes, is that correct, TJ?
He has
It was
left the
what?
building.
He fell asleep at his laptop.
No. I can hear him.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, you could hear him? Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
couldn't hear him.
We couldn't hear you, boss.
Did you mute me?
Tim
Can you hear me
said that
now?
you said that it was shown Last of Us 2 was shown on the PS5.
There was rumors that that game was shown on PS5, Ghost of Tsushima, and as well as Death Stranding. And if you look at what they said, I don't know because they did show Spider Man, but they showed that
Yes, they
kind of
did.
last. So I mean,
Yeah.
could they have pulled the switcheroo, said, "Hey, we're gonna show all these games first on the PlayStation 5, and then we'll show Spider-Man at the end on the PlayStation 4." One would assume that those games are coming on the next PlayStation. I'm sorry, I'm reading at the same time I'm talking.
Hmm.
I
That's
mean,
crazy.
if that is the truth, they pulled the biggest okey doke ever.
Well, I don't you. I mean, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with Onyx maybe because he's been playing Fortnite on the Switch. I
So,
think Tim, you talked about it. Them not wanting to do crossplay with Nintendo, and Xbox. So they've been getting a lot of flack from the community about that. I've always said their network was poor.
Oh, don't get it twisted. PlayStation Network is trash, pure trash.
Oh man.
Persona 5
trash.
Dancing in the Starlight.
Is this
That's just what
snowing
it
on the
is, man.
Sims?
Yeah, Sim Seasons.
No, Sims 4, they got snow and stuff.
Yeah,
And they're hanging the TVs off of the wall.
yeah.
Man,
Oh shit. Okay, Tim, you was talking about Neo,
Yes, sir.
Neo.
Yes, sir.
That second one is listed. Oh, never mind. Take that back. PS4 exclusive. Sorry,
I was
I
gonna say
thought
it's
it
coming to
was.
it's coming to the Xbox. Man, that's a dub.
Onyx, have you ever played Firewatch? Or anybody heard of that?
Never heard of it.
I've heard of it. I haven't played it though.
Yeah, I have it on my PlayStation. I got it like 2 summers ago. You're in the national park and you are living in one of them lookout towers looking for a fire, fires and stuff. But that's not really all you're doing. It's kind of cool and weird and you know
Oh, I remember
chill.
that game. That game
Yeah,
was on. They showed that on E3 a lot a couple years back. It's
yeah,
the first person, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that
Is
game.
there any serial killers in the state park?
Was like you like I remember one part, and to be honest, I haven't played since this part. Um, I was heading back in the dark to the lookout tower, and I'm climbing up a rock, and you look up, and there's a light shining down on you, and then it disappears, and you see a shadow run away. So then you hurry up real fast, and then you can see the light again, and then you see a shadow run a different way. And I said, you know what? I'm not about to chase this shadow out here. Not at night on the game, and at night in real life. I'm not
And you,
doing that.
so you went to sleep because you was scared.
Yeah, I just went back to the lookout tower.
You sound like Graddon.
Yeah, I was
JD
like,
Kemp. What game was that JD could play? Was that the division? He was like, nah, I can't go out there by myself, teacher.
I know I said that though the other day though.
He was like, I'm nervous. I don't want to get out there and then somebody take my stuff, man.
That was a
Yeah.
Also,
dog
the
zone.
Resident Evil 2 remake is exclusive to PlayStation, huh? How did that slip through my cracks? I thought nobody wants to play old games.
Hmm.
Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu / Eevee.
Let's go.
That's a whole bunch.
Overcooked 2.
That's on the Switch.
Octopath Traveler. That's the one Onyx was telling me about. Ninjala.
Old school, but new school.
NBA Live 19. Man, this past E3 was kind of weak, man. I'm not gonna lie. For exclusives, kind of surprise games. I don't think
Listen,
we got anything that was just like a super surprise outside of that freaking Dying Light 2.
E3 was disappointing because every fucking thing leaked.
Okay,
Everything.
Microsoft was right. Go ahead. Go
Don't get
ahead.
me started in that.
Tell them.
I could talk for
Oh,
years on that.
you've been holding back. You've been holding back. You've been holding back. Go ahead. Don't hold back. Now the time is now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into this spiel. Uh, where do I want to start? Okay, let's start 5 years ago, 2013. Or not even 2013, 2012. Microsoft has a press conference in February announcing the Xbox Live or Xbox One. Everybody cheers. Everybody's happy. They say that it's always online. That throws people for a loop. And then they set the price, kind of high. I would say it's kind of high, but not too high. It wasn't like $6.99 like the fucking PlayStation, but that's not. Well, I'll get into that later. But yeah, it said that it was always online. We immediately gave a, uh, 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 I
You
guess a
you botting pretty
score.
hard.
No, I'm just saying. I think we initially when it said always online, even myself, I was like, "There's no way in hell that I'm always gonna be connected online." But if you go and you look at some of the top games as of now, um, especially the top paid and top free games, um, they're in order to play them, you need to be connected online. So the top free and top paid games that you can play are is what is that? What's the game that's out right now that everybody's playing? What's that dumbass game? Um,
Fortnite.
Fortnite,
Fortnite?
Fortnite, PUBG, and
Which
if
got new
you
maps.
which has new maps, Fortnite, PUBG, and
Just so Tim
a
Wayne can get
couple
left
of
behind again.
shut your ass up.
Overwatch.
Overwatch. There we go. So guess what? You need to play those games, right? You need to be connected to the internet. So
Yeah.
I did a little bit of digging. I looked up the percentage of people that was connected to the internet as of 2013. You know how many people in the world were connected to the internet as of 2013? I'm going to give you the answer. The
Do
answer
tell.
is 70% of the world, especially in the United States, majority of the United States is connected to the internet. Okay, so you probably are wondering why are you bringing this up? The reason why I'm bringing this up is
Correct.
because if the console is always connected online, if the console always needed to be connected to be able to play online, then we wouldn't really have any issues, right? Like, okay, so think of it this way. TJ, is your console, when was the last time that was your console like not connected to the internet?
That night I called you and I was pissed because I couldn't play Titanfall without being connected to the internet.
How many months ago was that?
I don't know, like 8.
Okay. Coach, when was the last time that you weren't connected to the internet with your console?
I can't remember.
Black,
When the internet was out.
when the internet was on. How long ago was that?
Probably during the storm, maybe a couple weeks back.
A couple weeks back. Okay.
Yeah.
I can tell you for sure the last time that I was not connected to the internet where I had my console and I wasn't able to connect online was exactly 6 months ago. Um, and for the most part, I just refreshed my router and I was good after a couple of hours. So, with that being said, majority of us are connected to the internet. Our consoles are connected to the internet. You're connected some kind of way, whether it's your phone, the internet, whatever the case may be, Wi-Fi, whatever. So, why did Microsoft have to pull from being always connected? Is because we weren't ready for that shit. But we were already living in a society where we were always connected. And thus my
Uh,
complaint, no, hold on. The reason why I say Microsoft got it right the first time is because we weren't ready to always have an always connected console, quote, and I'm using air quotes when I say that, an always connected console in our households when we are always connected. Our phones have Wi-Fi. Our phones have hotspots. Shit, we steal Wi-Fi. I know somebody's stolen Wi-Fi or used Wi-Fi that wasn't theirs to connect to the internet. I've done it thousands of times, especially back in the day when I would go over to
Don't implicate
my.
yourself. Don't implicate yourself.
No, 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 fuck that. I'm being real. I'm being real.
It was
I'm
at that hookah
being
bar.
real.
It's no
I'm
statute of
being
limitations
real.
on stealing the internet.
No, I wasn't still on the internet then. I had my Time Warner passport. Thank you, sir. But Um, there's been plenty of times where I've gone over to a young lady's house and connected to somebody's internet that wasn't necessarily hers. So, what I'm saying is that Microsoft had it right, and the reason why they had it right is because majority of these motherfuckers nowadays that are playing these motherfucking video games are always connected. We just gave them shit because they were the ones that did it first.
But even our 360s was always connected.
Connected.
You
It's
took the words right out of my mouth. We
but
were always
We've been
online
online forever.
last gen.
that's what I'm
What
saying. But
happened was
it was the
what
fact that
They
it
happened
was
gave
was
us
always
is it
Hulu
connected.
and Netflix and TV.
no, no, it got spent when we moved over to this latest generation because Sony was so behind, right? I mean, go back and think how fantastic the 360 was, right? They had they came out with a system where you could private chat with each other first, and they were always improving it. Then they introduced the Netflix to it, and then they introduced the party chat to it, towards the tail end. And
Yep.
Sony was always a couple of steps behind. And then so think about when we jump to this next generation. What do we see, right? It was spent in the media, and I distinctly remember us having these conversations about which one we were going to buy first.
Hmm.
And it was, if you think back to that E3, right? Sony slick like that, and I got to give them credit. But Microsoft always goes first. They came out on stage. They announced the Xbox One, and they
Hmm.
talked about how it would always be online. They talked about the Connect
Game share.
2.0, to Connect 2.0. They talked about how they were going to move away from you being able to trade your games in once you bought the game was yours, just like PC,
Mhm.
right? They were
Hmm.
trying to move towards this model. Remember, the gaming media went ape shit,
Yep.
right? And then if you go back and watch that video to this day, and just watch how the following day it all changed. Like I'm almost 99.9% sure the Sony execs went in that night. They saw the reaction from the gaming media. They saw the overreaction from gamers, and they said, "You know what? We can't do that. We gotta do some kind of little. We gotta make this right." And so they did like some little. They took a shot at Microsoft and made this little corny video in a green room where they said, "Oh, this is how you're gonna share games." And old boy Sean passed the other game to the other guy and said, "There." They made some little corny video. And then I also think they took their camera out of the box and made it cheaper. I distinctly remember having conversations with Onyx about not buying a PlayStation right away because they didn't have the games. And now you
Exactly.
talk to people. Now Microsoft changed their mind about DRM. They've changed
Hmm.
their mind about always online just
Yep.
to appease the consumer.
Yep.
And I agree with you when you say that they were right in the beginning, because they were. They had all the games in the beginning, but it was fun that you had to always be online, and Microsoft was going to make you're going to own your games when you purchase them. And then they changed that, right? But they were already been slaughtered, and the resolution on the was less than what it was on PlayStation, even though Sony didn't have the games in the beginning.
Yep.
That's a great point, Tim. But
Oh,
Microsoft's always been ahead. With the Connect, with the TV, with the wireless controllers, with the service, and then everybody copies them. Like, if you really think about it, we had the Connect, and we were talking to Connect before any of these Google Pods, before
yeah,
you could talk to Cortana or
yeah.
Siri or any of that. Microsoft had the Connect, and we was talking to the Connect before any of that stuff came out. So they've
Mhm.
always been trendsetters, and that's why they're my preferred platform, because they innovate. They try to do things different. I mean, look at Game Pass. and I know I tease you guys about Nintendo, but really take a moment and think about Game Pass and the effect it's having. I mean, shit, they gave away State of Decay 2, and it still outsold Detroit Become Human, which is, over there on hashtag greatness. And I'm pretty sure it's a great game, but you're talking about a $30 game, outsold that game that people could play for free if they had Game Pass. In a whole month, it outsold Detroit Become Human and God of War in May. I mean, come on, man. They're doing something right over there.
Yeah.
They're doing something right. You can't be the greatest if you keep following somebody else, right? You can't be a trendsetter and oh shit, I lost connect. That's why they couldn't hear me.
Well, I can hear you. We can hear
Can you hear me now?
you.
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah, we
My
heard you.
adult beverage. Oh,
Yeah, we was
I knocked
following
my
along.
my mic out. Anyway, I'm saying Microsoft's over here, creating a trail, and everybody else is coming along and hopping and just taking that same trail that Microsoft had already, made versus trying to do something on their own. Man, I got to give credit where credit is due, as far as like the VR thing goes, but Sony still kind of borrowed that from the PC crowd. I mean,
VR
Onyx
is
can speak to
worthless.
that a little bit better than I can when it comes to that. But you make a great point, man. I'll let y'all. I took up enough time talking in my feelings.
I don't have
All
opinions.
all I can all
I'll
I
be
can
right back.
say is all I can say is people were ready to plug their cable box into the back of their Xbox.
I
Yep.
mean, I was ready to do it.
Yeah, I was too. Hit the guide button and pull up your new looking interface and be like, "Oh, this is my Xbox cable."
Yeah. Yeah. That's what really made me sit back and think about it is that I'm sitting here watching um I'm sitting here watching something and they're saying like, oh yeah, um, Fortnite is this and Fortnite is that. Like even at E3, like people were talking about how Fortnite has been so big and the inspiration that Fortnite is making on the gaming community and how everybody's gonna have some type of battle royale mode and stuff like that. And I was like, wait a minute, dude, like this game is a free game. This game, the only way you could play it is if you're connected online. And Microsoft years ago mentioned that they always were going to need, you were always going to need an internet connection. And I was like, I can't even think. I had to think really hard about the last time that I did not have internet, and it was only for a couple of hours. Every other time or any other time that I have my Xbox on, it's connected to some type of internet. That's
Hmm.
just it. That's just what it is. And I was thinking to myself, like, they were right in that aspect. Like, if they would have said you had to always be connected online, I probably wouldn't have had a problem. And you know what? That shit might have even been cheaper than what we thought. That console probably was. Their console could have been cheaper than what we thought that their console was going to be until we bitched and complained about making the proper changes so that you could share your games offline and not have to worry about always being connected online.
Not well. I don't know. The Connect wasn't for everybody.
No, the
So I
Connect
mean,
was not for everyone.
they did the right thing and took that out of the box and made it competitive. It made it competitive. But
I miss it
with
though.
gamers, yeah. Some people hate that. hate to even talk about that.
Yeah,
I,
cause
I, I
when I got this new Xbox and then I opened it up and there wasn't no connecting there, I was like,
you can get a
so
converter. You
yeah,
can
but
get a
the woman was like,
converter, but
the woman was like, they don't sell them no more.
Yeah, they
Like
you
you
don't.
gotta
gotta
find.
find them. Yeah, I'm like, man,
I
now I
got
I
can't.
one.
like talking to it.
Right, and then I turn on my Xbox and it's saying you can speak this command, and I'm like, I can't speak it because my connect is upstairs in the box.
Can't you? But I thought you could use your headset though. Can you use
Yeah,
your
you can.
headset?
You can
Yeah.
use your headset.
We might want to play around with that. Listen, I don't want to. I want Microsoft to be humble, man, because they haven't been perfect, and no one's perfect, and I would never purposely hate on someone else's hard work, and never would want anybody to get fired from their job. But we got to do better, man. We got to do better. I'm not gonna lie; those games on the Sony side do look good, but at the same time, on the Sony side, we don't have anything that we could play together. But just like with anything else, whether you're a Cowboys fan or a
Whoa,
Spurs
whoa, whoa!
fan,
Why you gotta bring the
listen,
Cowboys
hold
into
on,
this?
don't get offensive. You can
What,
get offensive if you want to.
what the
I'll
fuck,
never
man?
public I never publicly admit that I'm a Cowboys fan. I'll never admit that publicly.
That's
Just
getting
did.
uploaded
It.
to
Continue to
YouTube. Did you name the podcast
con-
yesterday? TJ hates the Nintendo Switch. Did you
No, I
name the
didn't.
podcast? You should name
I,
it
I didn't. I didn't.
Legend
But
Legend
I
Hates.
wanted to make this point. I wanted to make this point about you made me forget what I was going to say. Oh, being critical, right? We can all be critical of a decision that our favorite team might make, and that's how I look at Microsoft. I root hard for Microsoft because they're my favorite team when it comes to this gaming thing. But I got to be critical. Fans weren't all in agreements with the first pick this past year. I'm just not. I can't say that I approve of everything, all the exclusives they keep running out here. I would love to see. I would love to see a new Ninja Gaiden game exclusive. Hint, hint. Microsoft, can we get that Ninja Gaiden 2 backwards compatible, please? Something like
Man,
that, fellas. Something like that, fellas. Something crispy and that looks crispy and something that's a little bit challenging. Or we could, you can partner with EA. We can get that exclusive NCAA, whatever you want to do.
ooh, talk that shit, man. Talk that shit.
Whatever you want to do. Speaking of EA, Tim Wayne, any idea about the beta that we were told that we would be partaking in? Any news
Um,
for the fellas on that? Between
uh,
that game and the Division 2, we're gonna have our hands full.
are we? Because when does the division come out? Next year, right? Of March,
March.
and then Anthem is going to drop March of next year as well, huh? Or is it February?
They won't. They won't do that. They're gonna run. They're gonna. You think they'll run Anthem out there up against the Division?
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah. Why not?
Onyx.
well, they're two different companies.
Yeah, why not? As long as they're not shitting on their own game, like they did in the past.
Yeah.
Are we talking about
If
Titanfall
they
Um,
here?
go and drop a game on a perfectly good game that's pretty much better than anything that you've got out right now. I'm just gonna drop a whole nother title 2 weeks after the fact.
yeah, I think
Are we
Anthem's
talking
gonna be
about
like summer.
Battlefield and Titanfall?
God, man, that was so stupid, bro. Damn, that was stupid. Titanfall, there
Well,
was nothing wrong with Titanfall. Titanfall was the better game of the three, if you ask me. Titanfall 2 had a storyline. They have
Yes.
improved from the first game, which
Yes.
people absolutely loved. They improved from the first game, made it better, had a better balancing system, and they still couldn't get it right. They should have took that game, released Battlefield first, and then after Battlefield, after the holidays, after everybody's done playing that game, because they're all that it's gonna get. So that game's gonna get bought because one, it's Battlefield. Two, because there's people out there that absolutely hate Call of Duty. And three, it's gonna be out there for Christmas, so that you're going to be able to pub it. It's going to sell. You're going to buy for your uncle, your cousins, and all that who don't have consoles, or whoever gets console games for Christmas or PC and all that stuff. And then you could have just politely at the end or in the middle of March, where there's absolutely no games out there, just drop that Titanfall right there, and then you could have been. Or you could have even waited longer and then dropped it in June when it's like Dust Bowl. What games is coming out in the month of June? What games came out other than Detroit Become Human?
I thought
That
the
was
game been
May.
out.
Mario Tennis. What is that? What is this Mario called? Mario
Tennis.
Tennis.
Okay, Mario Tennis.
Oh my god.
Anything else? Detroit Become Human, Mario Tennis, and what else? That's about it, right?
That's it. We're hitting a dry season
It's the
up
drop,
until
man. The start of the summer is
Spider-Man.
always hard, dog. We gotta wait and it's gonna seem like forever. It's really gonna seem like forever because we ain't gonna see nothing really pop off until like September.
That's
And
enough
then
time to dive into the division, unless you guys are scared.
I got that
We're
shit.
so
Listen,
far behind. Whew.
perfect time to catch up.
Yeah, no, it's my watch is blinking orange as well as counting my steps.
I got it installed in the season pass,
Yeah,
so I'm ready.
like SpongeBob said, I'm
Is the
ready.
season pass included in Game Pass?
No,
Is like all the content included in there?
no, it's not.
So you have to buy. Does everybody have the season pass?
Yeah, I mean
I
I
don't
got
think
all
so.
the content.
I don't know.
Tim, you need to check. You need to check, bro. Onyx, you said
I have no
we
idea.
got a lot of catching up
I,
to do.
Yeah, it
I
seems
have.
like it. I turned it on. I was like, "Oh, good God!" And I took a picture and showed you that gun that I got in the drop or whatever. And I was like, "Is this where we're at now?" It's like 200 something thousand damage on its own.
Hmm.
It's like, dear God. Mm.
One shot
All right,
killing
that
me.
sounds like a date, gentlemen.
It was an
Hey,
automatic
Tonight I'm
shotgun.
definitely not playing the division, but Sunday we will turn it into a Sunday shooter.
Yeah.
So you guys will block out Sunday to get down and get
hey,
nasty.
can we get on like in the morning?
Before TJ goes to HEB and stuff
Yes.
for
God.
That's it.
for 7
It's over
hours.
right now. We're stopping right here. Everybody. We're not going
Sunday he
into this
goes
shit.
8 hour
Hey,
shop.
people of YouTube, let me tell you what Legend does every Sunday.
Oh
We will get
man.
in the middle of a game. We will get to a point where it's getting really good. And what
Listen,
will Legend do? No,
thanks for
nope.
joining us.
What
Hit the
Legend will
like
do
button.
is say, I gotta go. I'll be
Hit
like,
the
where you going?
subscribe button.
I gotta go to
Check us
HEB
out
with my
next week
family.
on
So if
Friday. We'll
he
be
goes, you
back
like, I'll be
again.
back in a minute. Mind you, I've been out to
We
his
know it's
house
the dry
one time.
season.
I've known this man for 12 years, and I've only been to his
Thank you,
house
fellas,
once. He's been
for
to my
doing
house
5 shows
numerous
this week.
amounts of times. And in this process, his HEB is around the corner from his house. And he spends hours in that bitch. Hours because he scours the fucking rows, and he looks in the clearance section, and he scours the meats, and he touches the
Good work.
meats, and he makes sure that all the meats are fresh when he
And
takes
we
them out of the
out.
store. And then he comes back at like 8:30 and be like, well, where y'all at? I'm asleep,
This is old
motherfucker.
school right
It's
here.
8:30. I gotta be at work.
This old school right here.
You kicked him out?
I ejecto seat, cuz.
Oh, shit. Oh, hell.
Pull the lever.
Thanks for joining us, fellas. He'll come back in.
Already.
We out this mug until next week. It was 5 shows deep. Shout out to Tim Wayne. telling my business about my stoves I like to go to, dog. I'm about to get into some Rocket League, fellas. If y'all could have joined me, we appreciate y'all doing it tonight, man. Everybody out there, do something nice for the people in the gaming world, man. They work hard. Try to do something nice for somebody this weekend, and have a great week. And we'll holler at y'all boys next week.
Peace.
Fellas, you got anything?
Yeah.
I'm out.
I'm tired.
Rocket League. Rocket League.
I'm exhausted.